Good afternoon, Dan Wood with Northern Sun Mercantile. I'm just going to give you guys an update on our greenhouse here. We've been working in here for the last 2.5 weeks roughly. Got a lot done. I do want to update you on the Luffa Gourds, so stay tuned for that. I've got some really good advice when it comes to starting loofahs. This isn't going to be a long video, but I did want to just do an update and show you guys what we've got done. As you can see, we've got thousands of plants out now. We've got all these are plugs that came in. We've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 batches at least now that we're trying to stay on top of. All sorts of plants. These are mostly annuals at this point in here. We've got perennials coming this week too that will have to get potted up. The baskets, the hanging baskets, will be hanging in the purlins soon. They're starting to really take off. These are going to fill out and be twice the size of the basket by Mother's Day weekend. So they've really, in 2 weeks, they've gone from little sprigs to what you see here now. It's just a geranium forest back there. We got cannas that we started. These are overwintered bulbs that we had in dry storage. We got some grasses, some annual grasses back there, begonias, just a whole variety. And you can see there's some color starting to pop on these. We've gotten to the point where we can't pinch them back. They're just pushing flower buds like crazy now, and we're hesitant to use any sort of chemicals to stunt their growth. We're not believers in dousing them with chemicals whenever you can. It's just not something that we do here, so we're gonna let them go and fill out, and everything is really looking good. I got a lot of shade plants back here on this bench. Of course, this will be one of the first things that we sell. These are pansies. We have pansies in 6-inch pots. We got pansies in 6-packs. The Thunbergia is already starting to wind up the trellises in these pots. I mean, it's amazing how these just kind of explode. They'll go up to the top of these trellises, and then they'll kind of fall back down. They'll climb it again, and it just gets to be a bushy plant that's just covered in blossoms, which is really pretty. Sunflowers back here, I'm really impressed with these. Very sturdy. We just cut them back, but they have a very sturdy stem on these. This is an annual sunflower. They don't get very tall. They're not like your traditional sunflowers that you get seeds from. Of course, this is the other side of the hanging baskets. I've got some of the geranium baskets are already hung over here. Just thousands of plants that we've started. It's just 2 of us working here, so we've really been productive when we've been in here. I'll just put it that way. It's our 4th year doing this, and we've kind of got the hang of it now, for sure. 4th year doing it commercially for sale, retail sale, because we do sell. These are all for sale. Take you back to our vegetable starts. These are the onions that I started in the last video. They're up really nicely. We'll get those trimmed back here soon. We've got succulents over here. We potted these in 3-inch pots this year. We've got some planters done up as well. These will fill out a lot. Some really cool succulents. And of course, then there's our seed starting area. We've been starting seeds like crazy. We've got spotty germination on some of the peppers again. Peppers have been just kind of our nemesis here, but we do have a lot of these are up now. Take you around the other side so you can see that. Started all these today. We haven't got them covered yet, but we've got marigolds, tithonia, which is a Mexican sunflower, calendula, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, There's all sorts of vegetables that we've got planted too. One thing to note, and I didn't really talk a lot about it in the last video, but I started some apple seeds just from some apple varieties that we had in the store that had gone bad. I cut the seeds out and I cold stratified them, which means you put them in a wet paper towel essentially and put them in the refrigerator for like a month, and they started to sprout, and I potted them up, and they're doing really well now. These apples, for anybody that doesn't know, apples don't necessarily produce the fruit that they were born from. I'm planning on using those as root stock. I've got a couple of cultivated varieties. I can't remember exactly what I ordered, but they're varieties that do well here, and these are for our own personal use. I want to start a little orchard, so I want to do some grafts from the fruit trees that I bought onto this rootstock and see what I can do. I've never grafted before, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably do a video. Now I'm going to go over show you guys the Luffa Gourds. They are under the heat, or under the light. This is the tray. This is the tray that was soaked. We soaked these seeds for 24 hours and then planted them, covered them with a 1/4 inch of fine soil. And I'd be surprised if every single one of these didn't sprout. And then we go over to this one. These were dry when we planted them, and you can see they're not quite as, there's some yellow leaves. They're just not doing as well. I would say it's a 50% germination rate on that tray. So anybody that's starting Luffa Gourds, if you soak those seeds overnight, 24 hours, and get them on a heat mat in a humidity dome, you'll have similar results. I mean, we're really impressed with how that worked out. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Have a great day.